Here's to you, Vegas. So I was thinking about it, and I felt like it might be time to do a top 10 reasons Vegas sucks these days. Now, I want you to understand that I've lived in Vegas my entire life. I'm a third generation native Nevadan, and I cannot live anywhere else. Everywhere else is not like here. And that's my biggest problem, is because what's going on here now is making it to the point where you can't live anywhere else because you're so accustomed to the lifestyle. But what makes it worse is the lifestyle is now forcing us out, all of us. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to list the top 10 things that are making Vegas suck right now. Number 10, big corporations that are running all the major casinos here in Las Vegas. And you know what that means, right? That means the little guys like myself with sordid backgrounds and things of that nature, we're no longer the desirables. We're not, no matter how good our resume looks, no matter how amazing we may be as individuals, we are not the desirables to them. And that's one of the biggest problems, because who knows Vegas better than a local, right? Well, apparently that's not good enough anymore. Number 9, poorly trained staff, all right? What I love more than anything else is that if I've sat through some of these training seminars that these big companies, they put together, and it's always the same rhetoric. The customer's always right, give them an amazing experience, blah, 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 and none of them, not one of those motherfuckers, do that shit. I constantly am having to give directions, to correct people that have been given bad information and things like that. And I mean, just that alone, if I had to encounter one person a day, if I myself, where I am at, encounter one person a day, that means there's at least 20 or 30 different sets of people that have been given bad directions and are completely fucking lost. All right, and that's not even the start of it. Let's talk about how rude they are to these people. All right, they're the customer. They're the ones paying money, right? Why are you going to be a dick to them? I don't care if you're cleaning the toilets or picking up trash. That doesn't mean you get to be an asshole to somebody who's coming to our city and allowing us to pay our bills. Let's get right into the good stuff. You know, number 8, homeless people. And I mean, I really don't need to say much more than that. I mean, let's cut the shit. The homeless people in Vegas, it's ridiculous. And what's fucked up is that they're able to survive and continue to be homeless and not help themselves because of what we are as a city. And I'm talking about eating out of the trash. I'm talking about people just throwing change at them. Why would they want to get a job when there's enough people to throw chit-chat change and fucking leftover food and all this other shit? Why would they want to work? We're keeping them homeless. One step above homeless, number 7, the fucking street performers. What are we, Hollywood Boulevard? You know what I'm saying? If you walk from Flamingo to like Spring Mountain, not even a mile, you encounter at least 20 or 30 costume-dressed ass clowns that are charging people for a photo to take with them. What is that? What is that? Is that even a job? Do you put that on a resume? I dressed up in a costume for pictures, for tips, because I'm a fucking clown? How about number 6? Fucking card flippers. I don't even have to say anything else about that. People bring their kids here. Do we really need to have 5 to a corner, every fucking corner, handing out the same fake ass shit? You know when you call that number and you bring them in, it's not the girl from the card. Okay? It's never the girl from the card. But that's what they're giving out. And that's what they do. Who the fuck are these people? And how are they mass producing all of these flyers that just get thrown on the ground as trash? Because I can just imagine myself raising a family being like, guess what, kids? We're going to go downtown. We're going to go down to the strip tonight. No, you're not allowed to look at the ground. You're only allowed to look straight ahead because there's countless naked women on cards just chilling on the floor. Thanks, guys. Number 5. I hate these fucking guys. Okay? Nightclub promoters. Now, I'm not talking about you good nightclub promoters like my cousin Michael or any of that stuff. I'm talking about the douchebags that take all the expired passes and lay them all out on a little fucking table and tell people that they work on tips only. They don't actually work. They work for the nightclub, but they don't work for the nightclub. It doesn't even make any fucking sense. All I know is you poor girls that are taking these fucking cards and throwing this asshole money, you're not getting into the club tonight. Nor are you getting to the front of the line. You know why? Number one, because you didn't get hit up by a real nightclub promoter. You're not the look they're looking for. Or your ratio's all fucked up. But these fucking goombas are going to give you all these fucking cards and you think you're getting in free. You're an idiot. And it's making us look bad, these fucking guys. Because I've worked nightclubs. I love it. It's fun. But I work for a nightclub. One, singular, not multiple. There's no such thing as that. It's called a conflict of interests. That's why more than one promoter can't work for the same club. You know what I mean? Let's talk about number 4. Number 4. Mega planned shopping attractions. It's because of these things that the type of work that I do is struggling so much. It's master planned shopping communities that are just so huge and ridiculously large, and it's no different than the one that you can get to across the street from the establishment. Like Harrah's Carnival Court is being converted into a completely different thing to be an outdoor version of fucking, the Forum Shops. Does that make any goddamn sense? No. But no, they'd rather have the ability to sell shitty-ass merchandise at a high price right across the street from each other instead of having diversity and entertainment, which is what this town's supposed to be, the entertainment capital of the world, not the shopping capital of the world. Oh, let's talk about number 3. Bad drivers. I'm sick and fucking tired of bad drivers. Look, if you're gonna come to Vegas, I insist, take a fucking plane, ride the bus, take a train. I don't give a fuck. Don't drive here. Because you assholes almost run me over every day, let alone the fact that there's a traffic fatality once a week, every week, all 52 weeks out of the year. Somebody gets ran over at a stop in an intersection because you didn't know you had to fucking yield to them. So you know pedestrians have the right of way in this city, not the drivers. Pedestrians. Learn how to fucking drive if you're going to drive here. For reals. I'm talking to you, California. Yeah, you, California. Number 2. Frozen daiquiris or frozen drinks, period. Do you know what they do to make those? They make those daiquiris in 50-gallon trash barrels down in the basement of whatever establishment you're drinking it from. And they mix it with tap water from the sink. It's basically liquid sugar, and they add their own well liquor that they buy, and I quote, for less than $8 for a case. And that's 6 bottles in the case, they're 1.5 liters a piece. Kidding me? That's the kind of liquor you want to put in your body? But that's what they're serving you. I mean, I come across countless bloody-looking stains on the fucking concrete, but it's because of some chick who drank a fucking yard of strawberry daiquiri that you can't keep it fucking down because it's fucking poison. It's basically poison. And you're paying for it. Daiquiris are ruining this town. Get a fucking drink. Put a little rum in a glass. Drink a beer. Stay away from daiquiri. We're not New Orleans, okay? Say Mardi Gras. It's Las Vegas. Grow up. Drink like an adult. Number 1. I gotta take a drink for this one. Number 1 on my top 10 reasons that why Vegas sucks. Timeshare OPCs. And if you're not familiar with what that is, a timeshare OPC is some jerk off in a monkey suit with a little name tag targeting 25 and older married couples with an existing credit card and trying to get them to go on a timeshare tour for a bribe, like tickets to a show, a free buffet, 50% off an exhibit, whatever. The point is, for every one of these booths, there is at least 4 people doing that, flagging people down, grabbing them by the arm, harassing them. And it really upsets me because that's kind of what I do. But instead of bullshitting you into getting some free shit, I'm actually giving you a fair memory. But I'm constantly confused for these cunts. I can't stand the fact that there's only even one booth in Vegas. But like at my hotel, for example, there are 5. And on almost every property in Las Vegas, there is at least 3 or more. You know, if you go downtown, I walked up and down there just last weekend. I came across 2 out of the entire Fremont Street that were actually timeshare people. And they didn't even approach me or the girl I was with because they're not trying to be aggressive. But these cocksuckers on the strip, they think it's cool. They're giving everyone a bad name that is just trying to make a living. Okay? I'm personally starting a petition to limit the amount of timeshares that any one piece of property can have, just because of how they harass and treat these people. So there goes my list. 10 things that are making Vegas suck. I want these things to change. I tell people about a better time. I share with them my own personal memories. And I'm not that old. And these things are ruining a perfect thing here. And I mean, it stems from the almighty dollar, obviously. It's money. These big companies don't give a fuck about us, the people. They only care about that dollar. There was a time you could come to the establishment, you may only come once a year. But those people remembered your name. They knew what you liked. They knew how you played. Because they cared. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, there's hundreds of thousands of people here that come here a month. Yeah, but there are still hundreds of thousands of people employed here. So what the fuck? These employees need to follow through. These people without jobs need to get jobs and to become a social part. Become a part of this network so that people want to come back here and spend that money. Instead, we got to struggle and we got to fight tooth and nail to get every penny out of them. When there was a time where they would just throw that money at us. They would just give it to us. And we wouldn't have to do anything more than give them good service. I don't know. Like the video, don't like the video. I don't care. Just another couple of minutes of me venting. Thanks.